Hi, folks. Yeah, my name is Steve Tersoni. I'm the Atlantic Regional Coordinator for Tetra Society. We make gizmos, or should I say, assistive devices for people with physical disabilities, modifications, that kind of thing like that, where no commercial product exists. And we do it at no cost to our clients for materials and up to $500 and no charge for our volunteer services. So we're new to PEI, so we're definitely looking for volunteers. So I can talk about Tetra. It got started by Sam Sullivan, who is he was the mayor of Vancouver for 3 terms actually, but he's a paraplegic, tetraplegic, you could call him, and yeah, he was riding a bus one time back in the 70s and with another friend who also was paraplegic. They were in both wheelchairs. And I'm not sure where they were going, but the only place that they could put them on the bus was where the luggage goes underneath. And so during their trip, they had a chance to talk to each other about what they needed in life, the things that they were missing out on. And so Sam uh, had a friend after this encounter. Sam had a friend who was an electrician technician, and he offered to go into Sam's home and fix up some wiring, put in different buttons and types of things that he could access, a special way of opening up the kitchen uh, uh, doors and refrigerator and things like that. He was also a musician and made some adaptations to a set of drums that he had, and that's how the helping of people with physical disabilities got started in the form of Tetra eventually. All right, okay, I'm going to share this now. Yep, there we are, volunteer orientation. Okay, yeah, we build innovative solutions for people with physical disabilities. And there's a bocce player there who's he's got a ball holder in the front of his wheelchair. And for people who can't use their hands or don't have sufficient hand strength, we have ramps that we can also use to allow the client to push the ball down a ramp. And they can also aim the ball. They can swivel the ramp towards the location they want to hit another ball. Anyway, let's go on to this here. Yeah, this is we're a nonprofit, and we have volunteers who have skills, technical skills, machining, electrical sewing, uh, woodwork, carpentry, that kind of thing like that. All those types of things uh, can be used to make devices for people who have something that they want to do but can't, with no cost for labor. Yeah. So since Sam Sullivan started the organization, we've grown to well over 30 chapters now, including 4 in Atlantic Canada, and we have a new one in Charlottetown now. We have a chapter coordinator, and we have 1 technical volunteer. Okay, let's go on. We also have a chapter or 2 in the United States. Okay. Yeah, our projects are for every aspect of life. As you can see, any number of different things. A guitar strumming mechanism, let's say for someone who needs support with one hand, they can chord with the other hand. Uh, Sports, any number of different things. We just built a table for a wheelchair that was very, 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 very solid but light for a para uh, rifle. Forget the actual name of it, but it was the person is competes in different contests where they use a rifle and shooting at a target, and everybody else is lying down for in a reclining pose shooting at a target, and she's in her wheelchair. This woman, and she has this very sturdy table that was made and aiming her gun to compete, and she's doing quite well with it. She's done international competitions and such. Anyway, that's just a couple of things. Uh, all right, so if somebody wants to have a device made, we have our website where you can do that, tetrasociety.org. You fill out a request for assistance, and if you can't do it, you can phone in, and we'll do it for you. Oops, look at that. It's flying through the thing. Sorry. Okay. This is this shows a page of our Tetra base, it's called, which is where we put our completed projects. We don't have them all, but we have a number of them so that our volunteers don't reinvent the wheel. And so that they can look at this as okay, I've got to do this particular project. Has someone else done it? And they may be able to take an idea from the design that they have put in a folder in this particular database. Okay. So at Dal, we have, well, right now we have 19 students, but this is a picture of our first get-together. And so the Dal Club is a very exciting venture where if you think of engineers, they don't get a chance really to get out into the community to do things. They're busy at their, designing things, but who are they designing them for as students? So Tetra gives them an opportunity to contribute to the community by using their skills that they're developing, and very often in a collaboration with a community volunteer. Let's say it might be a retired person who's got all the skills, and they can pass on some of the ideas as well to the students. And there's a faculty mentor that's involved with the Tetra Club on campus as well. Something that UPEI would be great to see. Anyway, I'm going to move it on to show you the types of volunteers that we have. This is an example. This is in the Amera building in Halifax on the Dal campus. So a group is working on some screens for a child who is a kid really, who can open any door and get through any crack, if you like, and he's very hard to contain. And the parent was hoping that we could make some screening so that they could open the window, but he couldn't get out. So what was happening was that he was having to live in a house that with all the windows closed, and so you can imagine what that was like, very stifling. And so we went and did this project, and we had a community volunteer as well, and they had to figure out and design a specific kind of lock that he couldn't tamper with, which allowed the window to open up to a certain height and so get fresh air, but without endangering him, because he lived very close to the highway, and the parents were very concerned about that. There's another type of volunteer. We have outreach volunteers, where you go into your community and let people know about Tetra, what we have available for them. We do projects for people of all ages. So everybody knows someone probably who has a physical disability, and it doesn't even make any, it doesn't make any difference if you have a physical disability. I suppose if you have something you want to do and you can't, well, Tetra would be the place to start with. We could assist. We could at least do the research to find out if there's something or not commercially available, and if not, then we could step in to fill the void or whatever, or make it possible for people to do things. Here's some examples of some projects. They don't make cribs that are accessible to wheelchairs. So we get a lot of this. This is an example of a wheelchair that had the legs cut off and set on a table that has room underneath it for the wheelchair to get underneath. And the doors are on hinges and come together with a clasp. So the parent can open it up and work directly with their child and take them out and put them back in independently. Okay, so you've got a washing machine. You're in a wheelchair, but you can't really reach those, buttons and such. Well, this is simply a stick with an O-ring and a bar of metal across it that allows the client to twist and turn the knob where they want it to go. Well, that's pretty cool, I guess, eh? This one. And yeah, he's make like a racehorse, kind of thing. But he's got a nice little rig there, which is commercially available. But we did the modifications and made it possible for him to operate it safely by putting a joystick on it and easy for him to operate. And the same thing with an adult as well. So this is a rig that I think you can put in water or go wherever. And here's the engine. So they rigged it up so that he had a ramp. He could just bring his wheelchair right up into position. And here's the finished product here with roll bar and the whole bit. And hood on and ready to go. Okay. That's just a little touch of the projects that we do. We've done 900 or something like that now in our 38 years that we've been in business as a nonprofit. And this is Sam Sullivan himself with a little takeaway of how Tetra's trying to make things better in Canada for people in the built environment, which is not really suitable very often for people with physical disabilities, and to make Canada the most accessible and fully integrated country in the world. And here he is at the Vancouver Olympic Games a number of years back, and they rigged up a pole holder for him, so he could carry the flag in the march, when all of the Olympians came into the stadium onto the ice. Okay, so that's me up there. That's my email. And Devani Heda is our chapter coordinator. She's a student at UPEI in psychology. She wanted to do something for the community and have a chance to interact with the community members. And so she's taken on the task of coordinator and really enjoying it. And we're really pleased to have her. And our first technical volunteer, his name is Monil uh, Bamar, I believe it is. Anyway, he's looking forward to other volunteers coming on board so that he and the other volunteers can pool their skills together when projects come up. Right now, we've done one project where they required a mother had a child, 8-year-old boy, I believe, who was too weak to open up any of the doorknobs in their rented home. So what we did is we went and worked in partnership with Tronos Jet in their machine shop, and they came out with us to look at the situation. Now the what they did was they made handles for all the doors inside and out, so that this fellow could have complete independence. And uh, the next project, or the project we're working right now, is for a woman who's a kayaker, and she's been out of it for a while, but she has to transfer uh, from the wheelchair to a kayak, and she's looking for some support as well in paddling. So we're working on something because she has a one weak arm hand, and so we're looking for designing and fabricating a some sort of rig that'll assist her there, and also something to stabilize the bottom of the kayak so that she can get into it safely. But anyway, that's just what we're doing right now, and we are definitely looking for volunteers, both technical and outreach, because we're so new in the province. And here's our websites we have going: Instagram and Facebook, and our main. Uh, Here you can find out, well, you can look at all kinds of different projects we've done on our Facebook page, and because all of them go up on Facebook. And here's our main site, tetrasociety.org. If you want to apply as a volunteer, there's an application form. It's very simple, really. And there's a criminal record check that's done if you're going to visit clients face to face. You can get that done. We'll reimburse that. And then there's a short onboarding process by phone, and that's it. Uh, and here's a couple of our Instagram accounts. This one is Dal. This is really interesting because they're very good at putting things up in on their Instagram and what they do. And you being students, or students, if you're listening, would be interested in seeing what they're up to. And here's the Atlantic region on Instagram as well. Okay, well, that's the end of my slide. I'm going to stop sharing. And any questions, let me know.
Thanks a lot, Steve. Yeah, we'll open up for questions here about the Tetra Society.
Good.
Oh, the student union is wondering if there's any promotional materials we could show our students.
Yes, there are. I'll ask our chapter coordinator to drop them by. Could you put the what's the name again? And so I'll write it down.
The student union.
Oh yeah, the student union. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask her to drop some stuff by. Thanks for that request.
Yeah.
Yeah, we would like to yeah, let as many people know what's going on, and particularly occupational therapy. If we can get in touch with someone in occupational therapy and let them know we've been trying, we're still trying. Sometimes it's hard to get through some sort of barrier, and with organizations. But anyway,
Yeah, totally.
and engineering too. So, yeah.
Would you need a police check to volunteer? I think you briefly mentioned the criminal record check
Yeah,
there.
only if you plan on being a team leader. This is what we do with our university clubs, is that if there's someone else who's got the criminal record check and they want to be a team leader there, that's fine. If you want to participate and visit the client, you have to go with someone who has a criminal record check.
Okay.
So that's where that comes in. If you
Yeah,
want to be a
sense.
team leader. If you don't, if you're okay with not visiting the client and just working with the team leader on the design based on photos and drawings and things, it's up to you. You can do it any way you want to.
So, thank you so much, Steve.
Thank you.